Can anybody hear the sound of bacon sizzling la, being cooked? Well done. The Bacon Diaries. Diaries of a Bacon. Good evening, guys. Apollo Creed here, voice of the common man. Big respect to all my subscribers, likers, and sharers. Yous are the real, pushing the word of the common man. Big respect. Now then, just a quick sound check. Can everybody hear me la? Give me a yes. Give me an A to the P to the O to the L to the L to the O. Apollo! Am I coming through loud and clear or what, guys? Has to be a yes. Yes, yes, Tony Lee. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's having a great evening. It's been a lovely day for Apollo. Very busy, non-stop. Half wish I hadn't booked it live. But no, I'll always stick to what I said. So there you go. I am absolutely shattered though. So bear with me, guys. There's going to be some good people coming on here tonight. All right. And then after I finish my live, I'll head over to the cesspit and they'll be dealing with the aftermath over there with Film Boy, okay? Because there's some crazy shit being going on, as we all know. All right. Big respect to everyone who shout me out in the chat. Sorry if I don't see yous and shout yous out sometimes. It's just because I'm trying to think what I'm doing and I can't concentrate. I'm not a lady, so I can't multitask, all right? But a lot being going on. Oh, I am absolutely knackered with my commitments in life and dealing with what I do. I'm always there to help people and people as well in the chat. Anyone that I miss your emails, okay. It's only because I'm bombarded, but don't think I'm ignoring you, all right? I will always get around to them when I've got the chance. So if it's been a while and you haven't had a response, send me it again so it fires to the top of my emails, all right? It's just flipping. It's really tough, honestly, guys. Other people I know who've delved into things, how tiring it can be and what you have to do things, you know, without just promoting bullshit. You have to really go into things and it's tiring. And big respect to all the mods. Thank you very much. Any Bacon supporters coming here, right? I don't tolerate it. Any people who talk shit and non-logic, I don't tolerate it, all right? Because I'm not like that and I can't tolerate it. So any Bacons coming here trying to promote Bacons or trying to talk about Bacons or trying to make excuses for Bacons, get out. Ban them. Get them off the channel. Can't be interested in non-logical Bacon enablers. And there's plenty of them, as we know. This whole fake child protection team. You know what I'm saying, la? But yeah, I was saying there's a lot of people going to be coming on. I can't just fire everybody in because there's a few guests coming on, a couple of special guests. And that's about it. But going forward, lives will be moving on and we'll be letting other people on. There's some good stuff coming, guys. Some good stuff coming, believe that. But yeah, I don't know if you've all watched the video that I put up. I had to take it down a few times so people knew because the lady, the mother of the girl, number was in there and I missed it a couple of times. So I had to take it down. But she's aware of that. But everything else that's in there is passable. She's not bothered, you know what I mean? So there you go. But I hope you've all heard it, you know what I mean? Basically with the authorities, and it said the police had to go around to this lad's house, who the girl's with. And basically the authorities told him that not to be around or have it around Tony because of his criminal intelligence they have on him and because of his criminal record. I told you guys, he's a bacon. He's a bacon. I don't chat shit. You know what I mean? And anybody out there that's still waiting on me, it's coming. It's gonna come and it can't be fucking stopped, la. Do you understand that? It is coming. I don't talk bubbles. It is coming. You fools. You absolute bacons. But just to address, being sent clips, right? I've seen nothing like it, right? These people from the hills of eyes, they look like they should be in Deliverance, the movie, with the banjos and God knows what. Guys, I've seen nothing like it. And they're making videos. threatening Apollo. Threatening Apollo. Well, we all know Apollo doesn't take too kindly to threats. So you're barking up the wrong tree there, boys. Have you seen the state of some of these people? Flipping, honest, I'm flabbergasted. I've never dealt with people like that in my life. My God, saying this, that, and the other, making up pony, but don't know who yous are. Stop talking about me, you little fanboys. No, continue talking about me. Spread the algorithm so, you know, more people see the truth. You're doing me a favour, actually. But honestly, these are the dry slap. Are you stupid? You foolish little boys. You look stupid. Little Brian Cockrell people who read bloody documentaries and crap when they're younger and books and think it's big to be like that. Are you stupid? You're a meth. Nobody wants to be like that, you fool in proper society. Want rid of scum like you. Get back on the wing like Burkett, Rule 43. Beast. Big up Darren G. Anyway, so let me see what's going on here. Give me a minute. Where are we? 2 minutes. Right, I'm going to bring the first special guest on. He won't be silenced here, all right? Like he was trying to be silenced the other night, I heard, from another channel, all right? What's your game, mate? Are you some kind of enabler trying to silence people and getting Tony Burkett on? I'm just going to leave you alone, but you're next to that again. Anyway, big respect, here he comes. The man, the myth of the moment. How are you, Cumbrian Truth?
I'm all right, thank you. Thanks for them words from about last night.
Oh, good.
What was your opinions really on that last night?
What, on that other live? Absolutely disgusted when I got sent the clips. Looks like they're a bunch of enablers to me. Letting Tony Burkett on there, who we all know what he is, and it's coming out about him, but they were quite happy to keep him on there. Enablers.
You know what I found is funny? How he can just go on there and act like a proper child and call people grass. But here's a little insight for you, Tony. We still have things on you, mate. Doesn't matter. I told you, ever badmouth me, and honest, I'll open everything up, mate. Honest,
it's all coming. All coming.
Honest. And by the way, if anyone's saying I'm not on no one's fucking side, I'm sick of people saying I'm on people's sides when I'm not.
Listen,
I got asked today to come on here.
Yeah. Listen, right. Me and Cumbrian Truth have just had daft stuff between us before. He was interested to know who I was, right? He even turned around once and said he'd abused me mother. The lad was fucking angry. He's going through a hard time. And I can forgive stuff when people are repenting from stuff they've done in the past. And to be honest, none of Cumbrian Truth's crimes have ever been to do with children or women, all right? So that can be forgiven. But he knows a lot of stuff about Tony, and he was being silenced now when he's been threatened and he's been all sorts. So he will come on my platform and he will be allowed to speak what the hell he likes, because I ain't scared of fucking nobody. So that's it at the end of the day. But yeah, mate, have you seen the video as well today I've put out? It's only been out recently.
No, I haven't. I've meant to check it, but I was mid-live, and then I've been doing a bit of background search with someone. At the minute, he's trying to shut me up for a reason, right? Yeah. And not just Tony. There's a few people out there trying to shut me up because they know the truth. They know the truth. They don't like the truth. What I'm gonna say here is the truth, right? And this is to Tony Burkett. Right? You can go around my family and tell my family that you're going to threaten me. You're after me. You've been going around everyone asking for the addresses where I am. You've done it to me best pal. You've done it to me cousin. You know where they all live, don't you, Tony? Because you've been finding out about me, mate, and putting threats out there to my family. Right? Just because you haven't got a family, mate, doesn't mean I'm a fucking bad guy. You come out and said, I was going on Steve Ray's channel. You're going to porn bomb him for me. You're going to porn bomb me. And this is how sick he is. He knew I was on the streets. He knew I've been sofa surfing for weeks and months, right?
Yeah.
And he was trying to offer me money to porn bomb Steve Ray's channel. No fucking word of a lie. I even spoke to Steve about it because that's making me look like a lowlife. And I'm not a lowlife. He's felt me head full of shit from the start. And no word of a lie, Apollo, right? 75% of my content is made through Tony Burkett. Made through Tony Burkett.
I
He's
understand.
been the stuff I've found out about people and that. He's using that himself. He's using that himself. None of his content is off him. None of his content. The documentary's a fucking scam. In the whole entire time I've been in Tony's fucking corner, I've never once heard about this documentary. All I hear is they're going for a piss up, or they're going this up Scotland, they're going fucking Manchester, wherever.
Yeah.
It's a fucking con, people. I'm telling you, I'm not a fucking bullshitter. I've got now to lose. Would I make shit up like this for a fucking reason? I wouldn't. I really wouldn't.
Everybody knows it. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone knows they're in a sex ring. They are in a sex ring. And a little bit of information I found out tonight is that Danny Kerry's bird has a lot of stories to be telling, haven't there, about you, Mr. Burkett?
Well, this is it. Ashley, when you hear the video that I put out recently, you'll understand a lot more, mate, about it. Basically, it's bad, mate. It's bad enough, believe me. Just a quick one to everybody. Tony, just a quick one. Sorry, mate. 2 seconds. Just to everybody that's donating there, you know, you don't have to, you know, but big respect to everybody that's donating. Okay, big respect, but you don't feel you have to do it whatsoever. Keep it in your own pocket. Times are hard at the minute. So there you go. But carry on, mate.
Where was he at there? Yeah, so it's the Scam the Road show. He's a horrible man. He victimizes women on the regular. I have now been in contact with a numerous amount of women that have sent him money for the roadshow, and they are going to the police because they don't feel like the roadshow's happening. They don't feel like the documentary's happening. All they're paying for is basically a fucking piss up.
It's not happening, isn't it? Where's the documentary? Where's all of the stuff about the GoFundMe? £980. You've only flashed a few receipts at the screen, and that's by the by, Tony. We're just showing you what you are. But that recording finishes you today, mate. You're a danger. You're a danger to women and children. You won't show your paperwork. You wouldn't show the back page because you know it's got the grapes. 2009 Hull law. You were on remand, and that is a fact law, and that's coming soon. I haven't even started, so I'm warning you, son. It's coming for you. Sorry, man, I'm getting passionate because it's about kids. But go on.
This is what I mean. Eh? They're out in Decker. Look, you all know me fucking situation about Decker. He is what he is, and we all know it. It's fucking boring. It's boring. It's doing my head in. It's doing other people's head in. I put a poll out there the other day, and I said, "Are you all bored of this Decker crack?" And everyone said yes.
Yeah.
And all Tony's doing is just bringing him up. And it's fucking stupid. Why would you want to go around victimizing people, right, over a nonce? You're sitting with one of these victims.
Exactly. And can you imagine that? A danger to women and children's been sitting with victims, you sicko.
This is what I'm saying. And here's a little insight for you, Apollo, right? I spoke to this, she's not 11, right? But obviously people know as the 11-year-old. I spoke to her in confidence, and she doesn't want her name mentioned at all. She does not want her name mentioned. And this is a little insight for you, right? They have been paying this young woman now money for their stories, and she doesn't want the stories out there. She doesn't want it. She wants it all put in the past. And
that's the difference there. Yeah, I know what you're saying. That's the difference with me. I'll give people a platform who want to speak, women who want to speak. These don't even want to speak, and they're trying to force them into things. You're a disgusting lad.
This is what I'm saying. It's, you know what I feel like, mate? To be honest, I feel like a proper mug. I feel like a mug for how Tony's fucking treaters, to be honest.
Mate, at least you've seen the light.
I've seen the light. And I know you don't like these two people, right? But the people that actually talk proper sense to me at the minute is Dodgy Dave in Motorsport. And there's two people also in the background that's been fucking diamonds. I wouldn't be where I am now with a roof over my head for a couple of days, mate.
I seriously don't dislike motorsports, and I don't dislike... the only things I dislike about Dodgy Dave is some of the crimes he's committed, but something's getting looked at with that at the moment, so I'm keeping quiet about that because I don't know the full story fully yet, so I'm leaving that alone. But yeah, carry on, mate.
But no, look, I had my opinions about Dodgy Dave from the start, and like we said today, people have past histories. But with Dodgy Dave, I don't hear any risk to women or children because the man has his children.
The only thing I'm really interested in, people are wrong for other things, but I'm really interested in ends, I like to call them, and rapists. That's all I'm interested in. Not the other people to look at, but they are far more important at the moment, I would say. You know what I mean? But just to say hello, is Steve there? Is that you, Steve?
Adrian! Yeah.
I was going to say.
Well, I just thought because you use Apollo Creed, I thought tonight I would give Apollo's army a little bit of opposition there with Rocky Balboa in the picture.
and I'm in the middle again.
Rocky, you fought right. What it is, Rocky? You fought great, but you've got to remember Apollo Creed was a great fighter.
He's a legend. You couldn't have picked a better person, really, could you? Channel with got to be honest, I had a lot of people scratching their head. Big up to Cumbrian Truth, Ash.
How you doing, Steve?
Thank you so much for being yourself, mate. And we've had a few chats away from YouTube, but I just want to say thank you to you for just for coming forward and doing what you've had to do. It took a lot of guts, mate. It took a lot of guts to do what you've done, and you've proved yourself. And I just wish you nothing but success and happiness.
Yeah. And
I just hope you get back. You know, the last couple of days I've been watching your lives. You're getting out and about, and that's what it's about, mate. Trying to make getting rid of the scum off YouTube, but also off the streets, but also trying to bring some positivity back to this platform, and to give people like yourself that chance to get back up on your feet. And make a go of life, mate, because life's too short. My mum died on May the 7th. A lot of people have died, with COVID and everything that's gone on. And that was a big time of reflection for me. I realized then that life is too short, and you've just got to live your life, Ash. And good on you, mate. Keep on being you. Keep on doing it positive. Take each day as it comes, mate. And you'll get back up. You'll get back up, and you'll get back to where you should be, mate.
Yeah. Can I put something out there while you're both here? Obviously, Apollo, I've just spoke to you today. Steve, we've been speaking. The first time I actually spoke to Steve was about, do you think Dougie Joyce should be fighting Decker instead of Dean? That was the first comment I've ever made to Steve. I sent it out there to everyone. And I'm on no one's side. I'm at the positive side. I like the truth. I've actually bigged Apollo up in a few fucking lives I've done, as I have with you, Steve. And all it is there's people in the background fucking, he's getting in one ear out the other. There are people talking out there, and it is getting hard at the minute with all the information people's coming. Obviously, I'm still fixated on who Apollo is. And I admitted that to him today, but that's my own doing. But I want to, what I want to say to you is, Steve, is why does Paddy and Burkett feel the need to victimise people?
You'd have to ask them. I can't answer that question. It's in their makeup. It's in the way that they've been brought up.
Hold on. Sorry, guys. Sorry for interrupting. Was that, I just saw it before it got removed. Was that Tony Burkett in the chat saying that I'm dead?
Yeah,
Was that you, beastie boy? I'm dead. Why am I dead, Tony? For telling the truth and showing people what you are and putting a bit of truth behind it. And like I always said, that's why you won't show your acro. Saying that I'm dead. People saying they're going to put me in body bags today. Are you for real, lad? Do you not realise real men just move on and do it? And don't talk crap like you fucking walking charge sheet. Carry on, mate. Sorry.
Right, yeah, I'll put a bit onto that what you were saying there, right? I have spoke to Maria Howarth recently. I actually asked her if she would do my acro just so I could get it out there and prove people I'm not who I am.
But actually, nobody's saying that you are. You don't need to show it. We know what you've done.
No. I want to do it off my own back just so people out there know what I am and what I'm about.
Fair enough.
But it was quite funny how Maria Howarth said there was 6 to 8 pages of Tony's acro missing.
Well, yeah, there was. She's a pedo hunter, isn't she?
That's what I'm saying. But I think
let's face it, Karma put it on there today. Karma Corner said it. all of these allegations, all of these things coming about and proving him more to what he is, being a bacon, you would just show your SAR, same as Decker hasn't. So you're in the same category, mate. I told you once he was gone and finished with, which he basically is now. Believe me, he's finished, and you are next. We're not leaving bacons alone, Tony. You were trying to pass it off as, look, we're going for this bacon, so we're all right. No, he's gone now, so now it's your time, because he took a lot of focus. Now it's your time, because I've watched you for a while, and everybody knows what you are. You just need exposing for it, you fool. Sorry, boys.
I'm glad when I nowhere to lie. I'm glad I left. Well, let's put it into Tony's side. I'm glad I've left the good side, to be honest, and went to the dark side, because all I could see was me going back to prison if I was still with them. So here's a little insight. Here's a little insight for you today. I've not spoke about this on my channel. This is the truth, and you know I don't fucking really lie. I was in probation in Carlisle today, and they've had a number of complaints coming from the same number that Tony Burkett put as I've got for Tony. See, my probation workers actually subscribed to me, and she felt like I was in danger. And when I put, is it such and such? Is it such and such ringing up? And does it end in this number? She went, yes. Right? She's not meant to give that information out, but she cares. And people out there do care for people who are struggling. And what I'm saying is, realistically, the man's a bully, a proper bully.
Yeah, I know. Well, to be honest with you, I don't know, Steve, have you seen that video yet of the call?
I managed to watch about 10 minutes of it, mate, and I've got to be honest, it didn't come as a great surprise to me. From my perspective, I've obviously got my own issues with the man in the shed, and the problem is for me that these other people decided to get involved in that. I can live with a man in the shed. I shut off from it, Apollo, for 5 months. I didn't do any videos between December and May. And the only reason I came back is because they doxed me address on a video on a live, thinking it was really a great thing to do, which puts my wife and kids in jeopardy, because ultimately they live here, and if I'm under threat, then they're under threat. So my philosophy was to come back then and essentially stand up for myself and do what I do, which is speak facts like you do, and because I then put out a succession of videos. They seem to have backed off again a little bit, but it's just ridiculous. There's too many channels up here who are faceless, and too many channels up here with wrong-uns on, and it needs to be sorted out. I mean, there's been one or two calls last year over the whole Decker situation where people were asked to do their acros. I was when Holden official came out with this "get your acros done," I sent away for mine. It took 3 days for the acro to come back, and mine was clean. I sent it off to a couple of people who asked for it, and that's it. My job was done. We're still waiting 6 months later for these other people to put their acros forward. They haven't come forward for a reason, because there's obviously things on there which people that they don't want people to see, and that's what ultimately you set out to achieve. You've clearly come on here with a mission, an idea of how the land lies, and I think it's great. I think tonight on my podcast that I did just before I jumped on here, I had Steve Clark on, the guy who was known as the Equalizer, who was dipping his toe in these murky waters last year. And he actually sent me a message saying I was a child raping beast on Facebook. Now, I screenshotted it, kept it, and he denied it on a couple of lives. I went on, I challenged him. But fair play to the guy. He messaged me today for the first time on Instagram. A very long message, apologised, and then I gave him the opportunity to come on the podcast tonight. He watched the podcast, he had a look at who was on, and then he said, "Can I come on?" So I let him on, and he actually came on and apologised. He said, "That was me. I did send that message. I shouldn't have done it. I got dragged into it." And once again, it's the same person who was dragging him into it, the same person who dragged Cumbrian Truth into it. That was last year. And what I'm starting to hear from a variety of people, and I will keep some people's identities quiet, and I'm sure over the course of the next few weeks, I think you will be revealing some of these people, Apollo, because I've heard some of the names that you've mentioned. But this person has been speaking to some fairly well-known faces on YouTube, and they have been working against a lot of the people on the community. And I've had my eyes opened a little bit in the last 7 days over some of the people involved. I'm disgusted, and I know I can see War Cry Publishing in the chat tonight, and that person's trying to tell me a couple of times about certain things, and I've chosen to ignore them. And to be honest, I've had my eyes well and truly opened in the last 7 days, and I look forward to your content, mate. I look forward to sharing your content and putting it out there, because your mission is one that I support 150%, mate.
It's a totally wholehearted, honest mission, Steve. There's nothing to me, anything else. I used to get a load of grief for people saying I was supporting Decker. I wasn't. You know what I mean? I wanted to see that paperwork. I was promised it. I wanted to see all the other NFAs. I wanted to put the questions to the public, just like you did at one point. And I just thought, no, after he let me down and he promised me, and I left it. But it's a wholehearted, honest mission. I don't focus on one person. I'll go after any wronging, and that's it at the end of the day. And what you're going back to there when you were saying about doxing your address, he did it in my chat, Steve. I had to remove it. And so I know that's factual. And at the end of the day, putting people's innocent lives at risk, like your family as well. And I want to go on to that, because this is what's been happening with me, my Apollo. People wanting my address for money, people shouting around that I'm a journalist, what you know, other people shouting that I'm supposedly this Apollo tree services up in Montrose, and they're putting pictures out of the people. Can you stop? It's not me, la. And what's your problem anyway, you psychopathic, sociopathic weirdos? You want to attack someone like me for what? For telling the truth. Like, it's pathetic. What society do we live in now? Truth tellers. But that's the same with anything. That's why Anonymous is anonymous, because people don't like the truth and they hate it and they want to shut you down. But the message spreads fast like wildfire. There's 1,450 people in this chat. There's probably good people, most of them, and they spread the word. So people like you, Burkett, finished that. The power of the people.
Big shout out to Cesspit as well. I mean, I only discovered that because of you, Apollo, to be honest. And when I jumped on there the other night, and apologies, because I know my mate from up here, Megan Gaines was on, and Fergal, and he cut into your conversation, and I hate that, because like tonight when I came on, Ash was talking. I hate interrupting other people's conversations, and it became about me, and I felt as if I pushed you off, and I didn't want to do that. But I went back onto Cesspit the following night because I'd enjoyed myself. It was great people, great lads. Film Boy does such a great job on there, and I found myself actually not talking about YouTube. We're talking about boxing. We're talking about football. It was actually a nice change. You know what I mean? To go on someone else's channel and talk normal things. So big shout out to Cesspit and the lads.
Yeah, big shout out to Cesspit. It's great. I like going on there. You get loads of diverse conversations. A bit mad at times, but it's all good. It's a really good platform, Phil Boy. And my live after I've finished, I'll be following on to the Cesspit with the reactions about Tony and the video and stuff. So it'll be good. But yeah, it's just one crazy situation, isn't it? All of it. There's so many wrongings on YouTube, and like Karma Corners shared before, you can't. YouTube don't do any checks, do they? So whose job is it to get rid of these wrongings when we know they are wrongings and dangers? It's our job, isn't it? Surely, because there's no one else doing it, and it's just crazy. So I just think we all have to get rid of the wrongings. Surely.
I've got a question for you, Apollo.
Yeah.
Right. I asked this to Steve through a man called Ian Ward. Do you reckon someone's actually going to get hurt really bad, or do you reckon someone will die off all this trouble on YouTube at the minute?
Possibly if they ever come and see me. But no, what I was going to say was, yeah, probably. Because it's getting out of hand, isn't it? It's getting out of hand, and lots of people are getting involved, and lots of people don't like the truth coming out. Not just me, other people don't like people saying stuff, and probably maybe one day someone's going to get hurt. I don't know. But the possibility is definitely there, isn't it?
I'm going to ask you a question, Apollo, and this is one I haven't asked anybody. Who do you think there's a puppet master behind all of this kind of stuff? And I don't say that because I saw you put something about me in your chat saying Steve Rate the puppet master. I know it was.
I was going to say you're blowing yourself up here, Steve. You're blowing yourself up.
The puppet master thing is very interesting, though, and it's something which I've thought about for a long time, and this goes back to the early days of the whole Decker, the Decker Heggie stuff. Is there a puppet master on YouTube? Do you think, without naming that person at the moment, do you think there's a puppet master who's controlling the narrative?
Well, I could answer that one. On my side of the side, who I think really is pulling strings, And that's the one with the most. Could be like, I'm not just saying it. I'm just saying it out there. I actually thought it was you, Steve. To be honest.
Okay. It's not me, but I can see why people would think it would be me.
Yeah. With a lot of things that get saying in my ear, I actually said it was you to begin with, and now I'm going down the line of the filmmaking industry, and I think it's Dave Courtney. To be honest,
I think it's somebody a lot bigger. I've got to be honest. I'm not going to name the name because the person will get the video at least privacy struck. I think it's somebody a lot bigger. I think it's somebody with a lot bigger following who is a podcaster. Who likes all of this, and I think when it all comes out, I think it is that person making the biggest distraction, and I personally feel, I've seen the name already in the chat. Yeah, I think that's who it is.
Yeah, there's definitely something going on in those parts. Believe me, I know this. There's definitely something going on. Steve's very close. It's all madness, Steve, as you know, like proper madness. There should be a film made about this type of stuff.
But I don't, you see, and for me, if that person was the puppet master of all this misery that's been bestowed on a lot of people over the last 12 months, then puts me in a tricky position, because then I have to make a decision. So it is weird. I like to just have a nice quiet life and crack on doing Newcastle United stuff. But as people know, as somebody who runs a publishing company on true crime stuff, I've got to dip into the dark side every now and then with podcasts, and it's awful. It is. Plenty of people have said the name Yasman, saying say the name, but I'm not going to, because I don't want the video to be struck for privacy, which is what would happen.
Yeah.
But I think it needs to be looked into, and I think it will get looked into. I'm sure Apollo would be up for that.
Oh yeah, I like to have a look into things now and then. Tell you. Yeah, but it's just a mad old place, YouTube, and it's just got out of hand. I think like it's crazy. It's getting more out of hand by the week, and just there's that many people talking about me, and I get sent these clips. I'm like, who the hell are these people? It's like, I don't know if they're just clickbaiting for views, but some of them just sound crazy, and I'm just like, no, I can't watch anymore. Water off a duck's back. See you later. I'm trying to get a wrong in here, and you're getting in the way of it.
But it takes one for you then. I put a little thing out there. I normally ask people 3 questions when I'm on like StreamYard or something. I've done it with Steve. I actually give Steve 4. I've got 3 for you if you wouldn't mind taking a couple of minutes out to answer them.
Well, I'll just ring the solicitor. Go on.
No,
I've got 5 minutes left, Apollo, because I'm gonna go and have an hour with the missus. I have been to see Top Gun with her today, but I promised to have another little bit of time tonight. So I've got 5 more minutes, mate. And I'll have
sweet Steve, sweet mate. Go on,
right. So my first one to you, Apollo, is how did you come about coming onto YouTube, and what corner did you come in, and why did you start it?
I think it was off just watching. Trying to think. Let me think. It was off watching something, and then it just recommended. It was like Fighting Trolls, and then I watched a bit of his stuff, and then obviously I don't know. You start getting recommendations for other stuff, so I got involved in all that. Then I saw the Decker Heggie stuff a little bit, and just I thought I was just going to come on and just don't know what I thought. Just developed into something, and I was like, right, I'll just start trying it out some wrong-uns with some facts and proof, and that's it. Simple. Just watched them all and didn't like most of them.
Next one is where would you like your channel to go, and where do you want it to finish?
When I've removed as many wrong-uns as I can. There's a lot of plans. There's so many up in the air, though. I'm not focused on any at the minute because, like I say, it's spiraled into something, this. And I'm that busy, I haven't even got a chance to sit down, but the channel is going somewhere else as well, and it'll be really good, believe me. There's big plans for it, so it'll be good. Which just not all set in stone.
And my last question is, who are you?
I'm your father, Ashley. I'm your daddy.
I've been thinking about that one all day.
Crazy stuff.
Thanks for answering with the truth, mate. That's all I asked for.
Oh, respect, mate. You're all right there. Respect.
Yeah,
yeah, it's been a pleasure having you on again, Steve.
No,
Really
listen,
has.
absolute pleasure to come on. Keep up the good work. Ash, stay safe, mate, and
I will, pal.
keep on doing what you're doing. Have a good night tonight. Big up to everybody in the chat and all the mods and Apollo's Army.
Yeah, man.
Steve Ray signing out. Take care.
Thank you. Everybody who's interested in crime and football and other stuff, go and subscribe to the Puppet Master, Steve Rafe. I'm only kidding. I'm just playing with Steve there, just playing. God, there'll be all sorts going on now, won't there? But,
there'll be many things getting told today. I actually think I've done a live before this, and I actually said, look, I'm going on here to do it, and there was a video at 6:30, and the amount of people that's showing you support, mate, it's second to none, really. My real thoughts on you at the minute is, obviously you're outing people for not your own pleasure, but to help the people out there realise who people are. And all I've got to say is carry on, but I do reckon there's a couple, and this is off my own saying, like, there's a couple I do feel like should be left alone.
Yeah, I agree, mate.
All right.
I totally agree. Hello, Cookie. How are you, lad?
How are you doing, Cookie?
I'm good. How's you? Thought I'd come on and talk with the Cumbrian truth and see what's going on, you know?
Oh, yes, go on, yes.
What's going on, Cookie? Answer your questions.
What questions are there?
Well, I want to ask you 2 questions. I'll ask you 3 questions, Cookie, right?
Aye.
Right? Truth, don't fucking hide away. Just answer it truthfully. I want your honest thoughts at Anthony Burkett and Paddy Conroy.
I think they're both wrong'uns.
Alright, but what reason? You can't just go around calling people a wrong, mate.
I wait until I see what's on YouTube, you see, because that's all I can really get off, you know. The way he talked to Steve Rafe was disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, it was, yes.
Absolutely
yes, definitely.
Disgusting. And that just told me everything I needed to know, that he was wrong for saying that, you know. And the stuff that Paddy comes out, especially about my friend who lost both his legs, you know, and the way he glorifies that, he's just a wronging man. Paddy's a proper. I believe Paddy really is a psychopath.
Yeah.
Where he doesn't care about anybody else.
Do you not feel like he's making half of this stuff up?
Most definitely.
Because
he's accusing me of extra murders and stuff and that. I mean, what? Because I give a book to Steve Rafe. That's. What's going on?
I'm in the same boat. Obviously, Steve Rafe asked me to come on his podcast when you were on Cookie, and the backlash I got off that was unreal. You'll never be trusted. You're out there now. You're on the dark side. You're a nonce. You're a wronging. You're a dicky lover. You're a fucking. You know what I'm saying? They just make utter shit up all the time, like.
Oh, listen. You can tell that Paddy's starting to dominate Tony on the lives and stuff and that. You know, you can just tell which way it's going. I cannot see them lasting much longer. They might dig in now because they heard me say this now, but for their own mental health, they need to be apart them too, like, because they're just getting worse and worse and worse. I mean, there's a call out about me at the minute. Should he contact the probation officer and stuff like that, and report us for a theft of a book? It's crazy.
Well, Tony's already done that to me today. He's been all over my probation worker saying I'm a risk to women and children, which he did say yesterday on his community page. And he's been making fake accounts up saying that fucking your probation worker's getting told, and then we're getting everyone out with his mods and that coming over to my channel, trying to wreck my channel. You know what they are? They're just little ferrets. They are ferrets. And I don't care about the backlash, mates, because I've literally got nothing to fucking lose, to be honest. But I do think they have something that they're hiding.
Yeah, I'll go on YouTube
too big
now.
You know what I'm saying?
I believe they've got a lot of things to hide. You know, I mean, why did I go and talk to Steve Rafe and stuff and that? You know, after being up the farm and what have you. You know, because of the way them responded to what Paddy has been saying. I mean, they've been that side of things have been really humble and could hoist some really nasty stuff back towards Paddy, and they didn't. They didn't, you know, and that's honourable to me, you know, and they've done now, but treat me good. I've not been hassled out of anybody in the West End, you know. Paddy's name in the West End is not good at all. And I mean, it was never good in Newcastle, but in the West End, he was all right. But even in that West End, it's just not good at all, you know. And they're totally embarrassed about him. A lot of lads would come on YouTube and talk, but because they've seen Paddy and how embarrassing, they didn't want to be look embarrassing like that, you see. Because he just put the dairy on it all.
I think Paddy's using Burkett as a pawn, as a proper pawn, to do his dirty work to help the farm. But my last question to you there, Cookie, is why has Tony been moved out of York and why has Paddy been moved out of Newcastle?
Aye, well, I believe
bacon alert. Carry on.
Aye, they've got a lot of enemies in that they didn't feel safe walking about their own streets. You know, I can walk about mine safely, very, very safely. You know, I mean, as safe as anybody else, I suppose. But you know, they're rangings, man. They've come on YouTube and actually shown, give concrete proof on YouTube videos that they're rang in loads of ways.
Well, I'll put this out to Tony Burkett now if he's watching. You ask about Paddy's brother Michael and what happened to him in Northumberland jail. That's all I need to say.
Aye.
Yeah, there's some mad shit coming out. Have you seen the video about Burkett yet, Cookie La?
I haven't. I've been I tried to watch it, and then I had to go and do something because it got tucked down, and then but I'm gonna give it a watch after this, you know.
I am Michelle. I'll share it.
Just to address something here from the mother of the daughter, because he's making videos talking all sorts of shite about her now since I put the video out. I'm just saying. He was putting stuff out saying, I'm going to say that you abused your kids and all of this to the mother. So he's trying to use those tactics to get out of him being proved wrong. And she's like, I've got 3 other small girls at home. Do you think if I was abuser, I would be allowed my babies with me? Not even on child protection plan or social services. So everything he's saying is shite. So he's putting nothing out, guys. He's just trying to divert attention. At the end of the day, it shows you on the video, the police went round to Daniel Kerry's house and told him and the girl, what's he doing with a 17-year-old anyway, but told him and the girl that basically Tony Burkett shouldn't be allowed because he's been going round staying there. And they said he's, because of the crime intelligence on him, and because of his criminal record, he shouldn't be around that girl. It's all on the tape, Cookie.
But wasn't that girl 15-year-old when he first left the mother?
Yes, he was with the mother, right, okay, hundreds of miles away from where he lives in Blythe, and they were together, and when they were together, he was allegedly grooming the girl, and this is where this has all come from, and she ran away from home and ran down and stayed with him because he'd groomed her, obviously, after they'd split up, and this is where Burkett's been going and stuff. It's, and that's why he's classed as a risk, as we know, so that's why he has to show his paperwork or get the fuck off YouTube. Never mind coming in here saying, I'm dead, mate. I'd finish in fucking 3 seconds flat. You're a fucking mug. You're a bottom feeder.
You. That's not to you, that's to me.
Oh, was that to you, was it?
That's to me, yeah.
You're all bottom feeders, lad, that come on YouTube trying to act like gangsters. Believe me, gangsters don't tell you what they're going to do. And they don't put it on YouTube. You just turn up. And that's it. Turn the fuck up if you want, lad. Brittany May wouldn't fight me. That's a fact. He bottled his ass after accepting it. Doesn't fucking matter what I look like. If you've got a problem, come find me if it's that bad then. And I'll fucking murk you, you fucking fools.
So what's your thoughts on Paul Ellis, Apollo?
I don't know, he's obsessed with me, isn't he? He wants a bit of a... I think he wants to polish my poo. He's like... I think he could suck my shit to a point, you know what I mean? I think he's one of them. He wants a few views and that, doesn't he? Meet me. Why the fuck would I meet someone who's an alleged police informer, you fool? Are you crazy? An alleged bacon? No, mate, if you've got a problem, I'll deal with you soon. I'm just dealing with Burkett first, you crater-faced freak.
I wanna put something out there about Paul Ellis. A woman donated a bit of money to the documentary. So she has asked to see what proof is going on with the documentary. And the woman and she says, I want my money back. I want my money back. If you aren't showing proof about it, then Paul Ellis blocks her.
Where's this fucking documentary? It's full of shit, lad. Can you believe that they would have been going round trying to speak to victims?
All right,
Dangers
boys, what's
like
going
that.
on?
All right.
Yeah, man.
Hello, mate. I saw your face before. Who's this?
Harry, boys, can you hear us?
Aye.
Harry,
Where you from, mate?
What's happening, lads,
Where
Harry?
you from, Ben? Where you from, lad?
Just up and around the northeast, mate. Just up and around the northeast, you know.
That sounds like it's already.
Just before we get into this, Apollo, I just want to say, mate, you know, 2 seconds, lads, before we jump into this, please. Can you hear me?
Yes,
yes.
Listen, just before we get into this, lads, all right, I just want you to know that I was down Hull at the time that Burkett was there. Room 43, around about 2009. And he was, obviously, you know what he was down for, a fucking rapist. And he's a fucking scumbag. And, you know, I appreciate yes, Anthony Burkett. I was down Hull in 2009 when Burkett was there, room 43, he was in, and he walked about like he was the fucking bee's knees because he knows that the screws were fucking protecting him, married. He's a fucking scumbag. He's a liability.
Well, I know that's true, but you were actually inside with him. What were you inside for then, mate?
Oh.
Hello?
Your volume's gone off.
Can you still hear me, lad?
Aye.
I can hear you.
His connection must have went. I just asked him, what were you in for, and he disappeared.
Apollo, what do you think about Karma? I can't even say his proper name. Probably Karma Corner's petition.
Yeah, I agree with it, mate. We'll keep all the B stuff. YouTube,
So you were
wouldn't if it happened.
Can you hear us, lads?
So I'm doing a 24-hour live stream on Friday, bigging up his petition. If you could give us a hand by any chance.
Yeah, no problem.
Boys, man. Timed out 2 seconds, Apollo.
I was supposed to share it the other day. I forgot. Jesus, I'm so busy. But I will. Yeah.
Can you hear her?
Yes, I can hear you, lad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can hear you.
Apollo.
I think you've got YouTube open at the same time. You need to shut YouTube down.
Are you there, lads? Can you hear me? I keep cutting in and out because the internet connection is shit.
No, mate, we can't hear you. If you don't sort this out, I'm going to expose you. I'm going to expose you, lad, for ruining me life.
You can't hear me. I keep.
Oh, you're going to have to go. You're going to have to go, lad.
Yeah, so getting back to the petition, are you all for it? Yeah.
Yeah, to keep the bacons off and do a check.
Yeah,
of course. I was saying I was meant to share it the other day, but I've been that busy. Honestly, no one understands. I forgot. I totally forgot.
My top mod's actually in your chat now, and she's the one that's actually made the petition. If you'd like to mod her, she'll put it out there in your chat right now. She's actually a lovely woman.
Don't tell me who to mod, Ashley. This is my channel, lad.
I'm the boss. Look, I'm the puppet master. I'm in the middle, lad.
Apollo's boss.
Yeah, don't make me expose you, lad.
Oh no, mate. Don't worry. Checks in the post. Shit, man. Yeah, but what do you reckon, though? Do you reckon it's all getting too out of hand, Cookie, lad? Everything.
I'm worried about Paddy's mental health. And I am worried about Becca's mental health as well.
Oh, so no one's fucking worried about Apollo? No problem. Apollo's got everyone after him.
I'm worried about that. I don't want them being gone crazy or doing whatever to themselves or to other people, you know. I think Paddy was last week trying to incite violence on the streets in Newcastle, you know. It was getting totally ridiculous.
I think YouTube is mental, like Ashley says, you know, there's got to be some form of checks because, mate, there's some proper mental people on here, proper psychopaths. I mean, like, Paddy Conroy, for God's sake, man, a torturer, a nutcase, out of jail. What's he doing on there? You know what I mean? Like, he's insane. Like, laughing, the way he laughs and the way he looks, you can see he's a psychopath.
Oh, he's a psychopath, all right. Aye.
Yeah.
He is. But I think it's interesting what Steve Rafe said about, is there a puppet master?
Yeah,
You know?
there is.
And who that is. I mean, I got two names in my head. I'll not say who they are. From what's just off what Steve said there, and connecting a few things, or what Paddy said over the months he's been on YouTube, you know. And I do think there's someone else behind Paddy, like.
Yeah, there's something going on.
I don't.
I keep cutting in and out.
Oh fucking no! I actually think Paddy's the puppet master on that side, to be honest.
Are we on about Conroy and Burkett?
Yeah,
yeah.
You know, there's a reason why them two fucking divvies are together. You know what I mean? Fucking one rapist to another guy who fun fucking child bits and bobs in his spam and that. You know, it's like my lass opening up my laptop, reading, saying, "Why have you got fucking animal bestiality on your laptop?" And I'm like, "Oh, wait, how a fucking Apollo Creed sent it down and it spammed in me folder." You know what I mean? It doesn't
mentioning my name for about stuff like that.
I was in Hull. I was in Hull 09. He was on room 43. He's a fucking scumbag, and you know the work that Apollo's doing is sensational. People need to be aware of what's going on with these animals. People like him should not be walking the streets. And I promise you now, he walked about like he was the fucking king dick in that, because he knows the screws were fucking on his side, piping something dick, everything he was doing just to play it fucking safe. He's a horrible, horrible man. Horrible man. Doesn't deserve it. People like him need to be locked behind bars for good.
Well, there's two little bits of info here for you, right? Cookie, you maybe know them, Paul. Gary Smith and Steve Clark.
That's cutting in and out again, boys.
I've both been victims of Tony Burkett, to be honest, for wrongly accused people. And that's where the phrase "catch a pigeon" comes from. Is from Gary Smith.
Aye.
It's all about.
But see, I did enjoy some of Gary's content.
How can you get a boot fucking?
But
how can you get a boot giving people fucking shit and criticising another person when you've got?
At least own your shit before you come on. You know, it's like, I mean, I've not got a good past, you know. But I mean, I've got now like what they've got hanging out with their heads, you know. But suppose it's harder to own your shit when you're on the wrong side of it, eh? So
that's it. That's why I get so much abuse for exposing the truth again, because they want us to shut my mouth, don't they? Let's face it. You know what I mean? I'm not coming out with any wild fantasy talk. It's all the truth, and then it's back.
And that's a shame.
And then they get hurt, and then threaten to kill you.
And like, I mean, they're going on the bait like mad on that shows and that, on their lives and that. You can, and the way Tony goes on, man, it's just ridiculous. He's biting like mad. It's obviously sending them crazy. But I mean, why can't so mad about something if it's not true? You know?
Do you not think like he's speaking about Decker all the time just to cover up his own doing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Of course I do.
And he's
like, we're the good guys.
It's not
we're doing what we're going for, but forget about us. No, don't forget about you. You're just the same. And he's attacking.
True.
Scumbags, lad.
It's they're attacking the. It's like I heard the other day. I actually posted this out on a video. Tony's accusing people of being Crumpet Hunter. If you've ever heard of him. Yeah,
I used to watch some of his videos.
Well, he's a big fan of me. I first got the instincts that YTA Asylum was Crumpet Hunter, but I'm mistaken on that. And now I've lost a pal through what Tony was saying, to be honest. And now I heard the other day on the grapevine that Tony has went down to, I think, a man called Mark, it was, saying that Brian Cockrell was going with him, but Brian Cockrell didn't have a fucking clue about it.
Brian Cockrell can't fight anybody. Brian Cockrell, if he takes a punch to the neck, it'll snap his neck and he'll die. He's finished. He can't help anybody. That's why he tries to get people like Brett May and those other freaks to come up and do his battles, because he can't do nothing because he's an invalid now. So I don't know why they're mentioning that big blurt's name. He's a nobody. He's finished long ago. Long ago, cracked up in his bedroom. He's nobody. So I don't know why they're saying that.
Well, I've got a different thought on Brian, to be honest, and obviously each to their own, innit? Obviously, you think what you need to think about him, but I like his stories, and if the truth, then no. That's what I'm saying. He's never once said no bad about me, but obviously you've got your own agenda against the man, to be honest. So
he never said no bad about me, but I couldn't give a fuck. He's a wrong'un, so I'm going for him. Even when wrong'uns lick my ass, I'm like, fuck you. Wrong'un. See, I'm still coming for you.
See, I don't really know much about Brian, to be honest. I've only been in a few of his lives.
You will in a few days, la. You'll know plenty. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Oh
yes.
Well.
Looks
like you're gonna be making some good videos.
Well, you get drawn in, don't you? And you have to show people. But
you must have a good editor, eh?
I'm good at editing my own videos. What is it? What is it, Axel? We don't know, do we? Is Axel on the payroll? Or am I Axel? Who knows? No, I'm not Axel, by the way. Leave the man alone. So, yeah, what I'm going to do, boys, I'm going to end this live now, because
that's fine. Yeah.
Just so you know, I've really appreciated you coming on as well, boys. You've been really good. We had over 1,500 people in this live there, so you've had some interesting shit, everybody. Yeah, really impressive. Drop a sub. Big up to everyone in the chat as well, all of the mods. Now, Cesspit's going to kick off at 9:30, Film Boys. So all head over to there if you want, because it's banging, as we know, and everyone can go with there. Well, it'll follow on. But again, guys, thank you very much. Everyone as well, go and check out the Tony Burkett, Daniel Kerry video that's being uploaded, and you'll see a lot more. But big respect, Ashley, big respect, Cookie, and big respect to everyone who came on.
Cheers, Paul. Respect, Paul.
No worries. Speeches all soon, guys.